Hey, I'm back. So, here's the next one. Requirements, qualifications. What do you got to do to come work at Brady? Well, the first thing you got to do is fill out a daggone application if you're qualified, guys. So, qualifications, I don't know them all, but here's the two big ones. Year experience. It does not have to be pneumatic experience. All you need is a year driving experience. We will train you how to do what we do down here. No disqualifying events. That careless driving in the last couple years. I don't know how Brady know that insurance companies see following too close qualifying things. So if you've had a following too close or massive speeding or you know just too many tickets over the last couple years, uh, you're not going to qualify. That being said, gaps want to come. We're not. Nope, you can't work for Brady. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what a recruiter's saying. That's not what our insurance is saying. We would love to have you come down to one of the terminals and join our family. We got to get you where you need to be so you can. So look towards the future and keep Brady in mind. Hey, I really want to go down there and do this, and just drive safe. Drive, don't be following too close. Don't be doing any careless and reckless driving. Don't be speeding. Don't be running through stop signs and stuff. And don't be jumping around company to company to company to company to company. I'm telling you, that whole grass is greener on the other side thing, typically not how it works out. You could do that 100 times and you might get it to work out once. Uh, we've had a lot of drivers that have left Brady because they got the promise of all this stuff and the grass looked way greener on the other side, and then they get over and find out it's pretty brown. It's really bad. Uh, and typically what happens is they've gone over there and then they have a disqualifying event. They get a big ticket or something like that and they can't even come back. Uh, so look towards the future. If Brady is where you want to be, but you've only got 7 months experience, then guys, just stay where you're at and tough it out for another 5 or 6 months, wherever you're at there, and get that solid year of experience with the company you're with of safe driving and such. And then if that's all you need, the experience, then before that year's up, maybe a month before, maybe a couple weeks before or something like that, maybe even a month and a half, go ahead and put your application in and get a hold of recruiting and let them know where you're at. Hey, I'm at 10 and a half months or 11 months of experience. I'm willing to stay right here and schedule out orientation for a month and get the ball rolling that way. Don't get discouraged if you're turned down the first time that you call Brady. There's probably some other reason why you're not coming on, and typically it has something to do with a ticket you didn't say anything about that's still not 3 years old, or an accident you had that's still not 5 years old. Uh, you know, Trucking has come down these days. To qualify, you have to qualify more with the insurance company than you do trucking companies. That's why you see a lot of companies that do not train. Their insurance will not allow companies to train. You have to be an experienced driver. There's companies down here that you can't sign on with unless you've got 2 years of pneumatic experience. They won't even consider you unless you've been working in the oil field pulling a pneumatic trailer for 2 years. So you see them not have a lot of drivers, and they got high turnover rates. They're more picky, and you would think that would help, but it really doesn't sometimes. The upside to Brady is we may not train you as a truck driver. You should be able to drive when you get here, but we'll train you every other thing we do. And not to really toot my own horn, but we got some damn good trainers in the Permian. And really, I mean, I'm not kidding. me excluded, we have some damn good trainers in the Permian. We got guys that care about, most of them really care about training, how they're training, uh, and a couple of them are like me in the fact we take great pride in seeing the guys we trained out there a couple weeks later that are not asking questions that people that have been doing this for years are still asking. They get out there and they know what they're doing and they're doing it safely. And then these couple other guys are a lot like, they have to call a couple times, wake us up. Don't matter, day or night. You call us and we'll come help. We'll do what we can to help you. That's just, and we take great pride in knowing that what we're doing is not just adding a good driver to Brady, but it's putting a good driver or a knowledgeable driver on the road. Again, we don't train drivers, so while they're with us, they're trained to be that way. What they do after is on them. But we are also three trainers that we tend to keep our finger in everyone's business when it comes to safety on location and making sure people are getting where they need to be. Just for instance, I feel like complete hammered dog crap, okay? I have for the last few days. So I come in the other day, yes, Saturday early in the morning, and I had two guys that I was running with that night, and they both needed directions to these loadouts they were going to. Well, it just so happened to work out they were going to two different locations or loadouts. One was going to one that was a little further away, but the other one was en route to that one. So I literally led them where they had to be so that I knew they weren't lost and they knew what they were doing. And then the guy that was coming down here had never been to this one, so he didn't. So I gave him the breakdown. Hey, look, this is what they do. This is what you got to do when you get in there. Blah, blah, blah. But guys, if you called Jason or one of the ladies today, and or the other, hey, you called them back today and they said, hey, look, you've only got 8 months experience and you've got this ticket from 2 years ago. We can't offer you a position right now. Don't let that discourage you. Don't let that put a bad taste in your mouth for Brady. Brady has to recruit not just quality drivers and experienced drivers because they want to. Their insurance makes them, okay? And that's a lot of what recruiting is as far as driver qualifications these days. Is not so much exactly what the company's looking for, but what the insurance company's looking for. Schools, like a few of you that have probably see this, that are just naturals. You guys take to it, and it's natural to you. I was a lot like that. I was unfortunately had to go to a driving school, and I think I did a week. I passed my test and all that stuff and went ability test for the CDL was going to be. I practiced that one day, went up the end of the week and took my test, got my CDL. I mean, it was natural for me, but I'd been driving trucks and trailers and stuff since I was knee high to a grasshopper's butt. I can completely Pete hauling corn across the fields out to the grain bins with him, and all he done was shift the daggone gear. I was steering it. And I remember when I was quite literally just barely tall enough to touch the pedals, had the seat all the way back and practically float gears and drive this thing across the field. So don't let right now discourage you. Don't let it. If you are serious about being an employee with Brady and being part of our family in any one of our terminals, then, get that other few months experience that you need. Do it safely. Don't get the tickets. Finish out, if you got a ticket that's going to be a year, then finish out that year of safe driving. Don't get any more tickets. Focus on the future. Yes, right now, okay, it may not be the greatest situation, but stay where you're at. Do what you got to do to get your experience. Do it safely, and then reapply. Call Jason up and say, hey, or one of the ladies, call him up, hey, got my experience now, got safe driving for the last, whatever. Got no tickets on my record for the last 3 years. They've dropped off. I'm good to go. And I'd really like to come work for you guys. Come down here and work. If you end up in West Texas, then hopefully you're fortunate enough to get get with one of the trainers down here out of Odessa. If you end up going to Carlsbad, let me tell you something about Carlsbad trainers. Craig and Thomas, or there's one more over there, but for the life of me, I can't remember his name right now. They're freaking amazing. Craig's probably forgotten more about this West Texas area and pneumatic than anybody down here is probably ever going to learn. The guy is he's amazing. Thomas, military guy, he gets the job done. He does it good. He does it great. He's got a way of leading and training that is it's really good for a lot of guys. A lot of guys just really pick it up with him real quick. The other guy, I don't know why I can't remember his name. But he's great. And then Joanne, our female trainer that's up there. Now she trains males. I'm not just saying she just trains females. But if you're a female and you're seeing this, please know that we do have a woman down here that does train. If you feel more comfortable training with a woman, we do have that down here. And Joanne's done this for a long time. She does some of our heavy haul and oversized stuff. She trains, she does pneumatic, and she's a runner. She wants to work. So we have trainers in place that actually care. They're not just there because they're making a little bit of extra money, or they're going to get a percentage of your load. If you're driving over the road, you know how these guys get a percentage of everything you make for them. That's why they only pay these new guys like 20 cents a mile, because they're giving 12 of it to their trainer. Dumb. Here at Brady, trainers do not take any money out of your pocket. Period. Do not get a percentage of your loads. We don't get they're not taking $100 a day off of something to give to us. That is not how it works down here. That trainer pay that trainers get come out of Brady's pocket. Period. We're paid to train you. Here's my thing. If you qualify, if you sign on, and you go somewhere and you don't feel like that trainer's doing what they're supposed to be doing to train you properly, then you need to say something. Please. Because we don't need trainers like that. Now, back to the point. Sorry, got off track there. Guys, focus on being safe. Focus on getting your record cleaned up and getting the experience you need. And then give us a call back. If you haven't already, I probably missed something. Give Jason a call, or one of the ladies up in recruiting, give them a call and say, hey, I seen Fred's video. I don't think he hit on everything. So let me ask you a couple questions. I don't think I'm qualified because I've only got whatever. What else do I need to do to make sure in 6-7 months I can sign on with Brady Training? And they'll give you a rundown. And I apologize that I don't have everything sitting right here in front of me. I had to get my truck worked on, and again, I feel like hammered crap. I'm gonna go back here and go to sleep. Hopefully I feel a little better so I can go to work tonight, because it ain't working here the last couple of days. This whole area has been like, you know what, Fred, forget you, I'm taking a vacation. And that's exactly what it's done. So guys, if you got any questions, please leave them in the comments. I'll get back to them as soon as possible. Again, I'm in West Texas, so there is areas I don't have signal on these phones. It just is what it is. And as soon as I see them, if I need to call and ask someone a question to get you a correct answer, I don't like to put misinformation out there. I don't like to steer anybody in the wrong direction. If I'm telling you something, then I've asked the question to get the proper answer. You can ask Jason when you call him. I'm not a recruiter. I do not BS, and I will tell you straight up, this is going to be the job for you. This is not going to be the job for you. I've had a couple guys that quite literally said to me while we were talking, well, I want to leave this company because, you know, they work too hard. And you don't want to come to Brady. Why would you even consider coming somewhere that's going to work you just as hard? You know, we have expectations as a company. So don't, if you are considering Brady, let me put this out there real quick. Do not come down here thinking this is some kind of laid back, easy gig. The company has expectations of all their drivers. That being said, I love the way Brady treats us. You look at my situation right now, I can't keep anything down. Everything I eat or drink is within an hour back on the ground. They've not said a word to me about I didn't work last night. I felt like I wasn't, you know. The only thing that was said to me today is, are you feeling any better? I said, no, not really. They said, man, I'm sorry to hear that. Did you take something? Yep, I took some flu medication and we'll go out here and I'm going to crash out. Call dispatch as soon as you're feeling better. As long as I don't sit back here for a week without going to the doctor to find out why I can't keep anything down for a week, no one at Brady's ever going to say anything to me about you're ill, because they understand it happens. We've had people leave the last couple of days. They had family emergencies. You know what Brady said? Go home. Don't worry about this. This is here when you get back. Go home, get that taken care of. Brady cares, guys. And you hear companies say that. Swift is a company that cares about their drivers. Bullshit. I will sit right here and I'll say it to anyone's face. Everybody I deal with and have dealt with at Brady gives a shit. They learn your name. They know a lot more about, I mean, my terminal manager here and Jason in recruiting, you can ask them, they got pictures of my kids. I've sent them pictures. You know, I've never done that except for when I was in North Dakota with Joey and James before, period. Never done it because people at work didn't even know about my kids. They didn't even know about my home life. And these guys actually care so much that I was like, oh man. And Jason, his son rides or road bulls. He's a rodeo guy. So he got a kick out of the picture that I sent him of my son getting ready to go mutton busting for the first time. So you have to let me send him a, sorry guys, that's one of our drivers, newer guy, so let me just send him a message. I'll call him right back. That way he knows I got it. Because I'm getting ready to this is finishing up here. So guys, seriously, Brady does care. We do have managers here that actually care and get to know you and joke around with you and make sure that you're doing what you got to do to make money. And you got trainers here that are going to train you to manage your clocks and where everything's at, and are willing to wake up at 3 a.m. to answer the phone, to answer questions you have. If you're not qualified yet, please look to the future, keep us in mind, and get qualified to come over here. If you are qualified, give Jason a call. And if you got any questions, if you don't think something adds up just right, please leave me a comment and I will get back to you as soon as possible. And I quite normally do a video on a lot of things, on questions that I'm asked, but some of them I don't. So guys, just hit me up, let me know. And one shout out, Matt the Texas Trucker just subscribed. Thank you. I've seen a few of your videos, buddy. I'm going to subscribe to your channel today since I've got signal, because you got a lot of cool stuff on there too. So Matt, thanks for subscribing. Share the video